Well, how you doing? This is Bob from Makana Odyssey, and today I want to do part two on how to contact spirits. Now, we did a video recently on how to contact your spirit guide, but now we're going to go into how you're going to contact spirits in general, loved ones or friends or stuff of this sort, or any spirit that you yourself that would like to converse with in one way or another or see. There's a few things I want to tell you first. Is number one, you need to prepare yourself for being able to talk to spirits and see spirits. You need to adjust your mind to be able to accept. You got to get rid of all of that, those doubts and all that ego thing and all of that. Get rid of it. You have to be able to accept the spirits, and you have to be able to expect any spirit that comes to you. I do suggest that you zero in on a single spirit, like mother, brother, whatever it might be. The reason for that is because you might end up getting spirits that you're not used to the way they behave. Sometimes spirits are like children. They're mischief makers and they do all kinds of crazy things. Now, some people will tell you that if you call spirits and you call in general, like any spirit come to me, you might end up with a bad spirit. Now, what I do want to tell you about that is that in the years that I have been doing this myself, and it's been a few years, a few thousand years. I always said I'm not that old, but a few years. I've never encountered a bad spirit, and I never have. I have contacted many spirits, but most of all the time, in my case, I was able to get along with them. They were magnificent to me in every way. Now, I do have a tremendous knowledge of the dark side and the light side. I have studied tremendously through my life to be able to do that, and I have a wonderful understanding of them. What people perceive as the dark side, sometimes they think that things are bad and they're not. They're not what you think. The dark side is definitely not what you think. But when you have a knowledge of both the dark and the light, you're able to now sort of, walk in that gray zone. And you're able to draw from both sides and understand both sides. You have to have an understanding of both. For you to be whole, for you to truly be accepting, you have to know them both. Now, to me, instead of a dark side and a light side, I think most spirits live in a gray zone themselves, meaning that they can go one way or the other depending on the situation. That's how I see it. That's how I feel it is. And again, I have been contacting spirits for a very long time, and this is what I find. I find that the spirits that you perceive as dark will love you just as much as the ones you perceive as light. And they will do things for you and help you as long as you understand and you're devoted. Both sides. I do not criticize anybody for what they believe ever, but I do suggest that you understand the dark side and the light side so that you can have a perfect understanding. And behold, do not go into this with fear. If you go into learning how to speak to spirits and you are frightened, then it is a game that you shouldn't be playing. Because your mind, which is your worst enemy in most cases, will play tricks on you and do silly stuff and make you very uncomfortable. So try to go into this with an open mind and understand that all spirits are okay. They will love you, they will treat you magnificent most of the time. Spirits are just trying to contact you because they feel maybe that you're a little bit of an empath, you can't hear them. So they'll do stuff and they are mischief makers. They can knock stuff over and do crazy stuff, but they're trying to get your attention. But people freak out. Most of what they do is fear. Because most of the time when a person feels like they're being attacked by a spirit that they happen to have maybe seen, a lot of times they're attacking themselves in a sense. Through the mind, of course. Because they're so frightened and they think right away it is so bad, it's terrible, that they bring bad things onto themselves. So don't do that. Be someone who understands all the spirits, loves all the spirits like I do, and I contact again many spirits, and they will never harm you, ever. Okay, now that being said, there are a few things that I do for people to help them to be able to contact spirits. Of course, meditation is always involved in spirit work because it does get you into a higher plane. It gets your alpha rhythm in your mind to change so that you're able to accept and see, and your mind is more accepting. Now, you could do it truly, completely with meditation only, but what I like to do for people is suggest that you do it with some stones. Now, there are a couple stones I'm going to tell you about right now that are going to help you to raise you into that higher plane so you can be able to talk to spirits and contact spirits. So write them down. The first one I'm going to tell you is Azerite. Azerite, that will bring close to you, is a beautiful stone. It almost looks like a lava stone, but not the same color, of course. But it has the fantastic properties on to help you to move into the higher plane and help to activate that third eye. So this would go right here between your eyebrows. Now, on top of that, I will use another stone that is a little harder to get these days because they did close the mines, and that is gem silica. And I will put that right here, right above the azurite, right there. Another fantastic stone to help you to move into a higher plane and help you with understanding. Now, one more stone on top. Now, there's a few stones that I choose from sometimes, but I do like pre-write. Pre-write is a wonderful stone to help you move into the angel realm, into that spiritual realm. So I would use that. Now, all of these stones individually can do the same thing. It's just that I like to really give you a blast, like, supercharged to be able to do that. Now, if there is room, right on top, right there, on your hairline, you might want to put a selenite. Selenite is magnificent stones. They are fantastic. They are magnificent because not only do they charge your other stones, but they help you to also go into that angel realm, that higher realm. Now, if you have a wider forehead, like some people do, some people don't, you can add a few stones here, like amethyst and another one of these selenite. But not everybody does, and the head sort of slips off. So I try definitely to put them right here on my customers, and that's where I would put them for you. Get a hold of these stones. Lay down quietly. Remember, get yourself into a state where you're going to accept and believe. Don't want, believe. If you truly believe, these angels and the spirits will come to you. You must believe. So now, you're going to get laid there quietly. You're going to keep your eyes closed, and you're going to ask the spirit to come to you. We're going to use the mother. So you say, Mother, I love you. I miss you. Come to me. Come to me. I want to feel that love of you again in this realm here, the human realm. Come to me. I have a question, whatever it might be. And just keep that little bit of mantra going, nice and peaceful around you. You might want to play a little bit of meditation music. You might want to use, what I use is Tibetan flute music, and it depends on which one, but you play a few until you find which one you enjoy. I also like to use Reiki healing music. And do that, and lay there. Try to train yourself to lay there as long as you possibly can. You might want to start with 10 or 15 minutes a day and just build it up. Now, don't be one of these people who, because of the computer age, think that you can Google it and it happens immediately, because that's just not the way it is. It's going to take time. It's going to take time for you to adjust your mind as well. It's going to take time for the spirit to come to you. Spirits can contact you. I've had it happen to me many times, and it is a wonderful feeling. It really is. I mean, some of the experiences I've had that they've touched my hand, They have put their head against my face, and I could feel their hair in many, many, many ways. They also come to you in dreams. So pay attention to those dreams. And as your mind gets more and more into focus so that you're able to contact these spirits, they'll come to you more and more. But you have to get yourself into that meditative state. You have to believe. Take your time. And above all, accept, understand that these spirits are not going to hurt you. Understand that. If you have taboo feelings about spirits, make sure that you zone in just on one spirit, period, because you might be frightened. But you have to head into this without fear. Everyone wants to go into spirits. A lot of times they think it's cool. It's more than that. It's much more than that. Because thinking something's cool and then it happens, some people panic. I've seen people panic quite a few times when the spirit was around them. Now you're going to feel that spirit around you. You're going to feel that spirit either by touch, by smell, or just by feeling. Sometimes you're going to all of a sudden get a magnificent feeling of great. It's fantastic. You might even get a little bit of anxiety feeling in the beginning, just a bit, because they're starting to appear to you and your senses are picking them up because they are energy and you are energy. And this is just a body that is rented, but you are a soul. So you have these energy feelers going out there. Even when we meet people, you're just walking around. So your energy feeler might just pick up a little something, and give you a teeny bit of anxiety. Just go past that, get through it. Before you know it, you'll be in touch with the spirit that you want to be in touch with. You'll be able to speak to them, feel them, understand them. Sometimes we talk to them only in our mind. You're not crazy. That is just the way it is. Others we can actually talk by actually the way we speak now, or hear at least in that way. Excuse me, hear at least in that way. Sometimes you'll smell something, a perfume odor, or even a tobacco odor if the person smoked a lot, stuff like this. Sometimes an alcohol odor. It just depends. The spirit will let you know that it is there. Now, again, I've had dreams about spirits also, and I knew immediately that which ones were true and which ones were not. Sometimes it is your imagination, your dreams as well, but you'll know because these spirits will come to you and they'll make it clear to you that this is real and that they want to tell you something. I have lots of stories I can tell you about my encounters with spirits, but I'm not going to go into all of those right now anyway. But again, they have touched me, they have stroked my hair, and they help to carry me through this life. Those spirits are with you, your guides, from the time you're born to the time you die. They are already set to do that before you come back here to earth. So understand that. So try this meditation technique and use the stones. And soon I will have another video for you. Now, I'd appreciate if you would like this video and subscribe. If you want to contact me, my number is for text is 321-274-7442. Or you can email me at Bob, B-O-B, McCain, M-C-C-A-N-E, 847 at yahoo.com. Or you can come and see me if you're in Florida at the Mount Dora Flea Market, which is the Reddinger Flea Market on State 441. I would love to see you there. I'm there every Saturday and Sunday, and I make appointments during the weeks to do past life regression. And also, if you want me to help you to be able to move into that a little bit higher realm, I can do that because we do that in our shop as well to help people. That has to be made appointments for that particular thing. So if you really are serious about contacting spirits, listen to this video. Try to follow those instructions or come and see me and I'll be happy to help you or contact me. Blessed be and namaste.